on, no doubt. Keep an eye on your when I'm roaming the belt and put an eye on your neck. Watch your mouth. I'm from the Bronx. Wipe your feet when you step in my house.
Look at the screen. You get tucked behind the screen. Brown couldn't find him. Krause with a good shot.
Welcome to Respect My Journey, everybody. I'm your host, Carl Krause, the Cruising King, King Krause, a.k.a. that old black magic, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Turkey Day to everybody who celebrates it. God bless everybody. Positive energy to the world. It's always love here. You already know. Make sure when you come in, hit the like button, please. Hit the thumbs up button, please. And thank you. Facts. Hey, on this episode of Curse Capel Part 2, this will be dealing with this coach, man. His coaching tactics are just it's not fitting the program, man. It's not for us. We don't need him. We don't need his coaching staff over here. I don't think those guys are fit to be coaching in the ACC, man. I think they need to go to a lower level school or back to being assistant somewhere, or some of them, wherever they was at, head coach somewhere else, whatever they put that piece to form a shaky Voltron or whatever shaky Power Ranger thing they was doing, that was bad. Because this isn't working, champ. You're over here killing us, man. You're over here messing up everything. Our winning tradition, it isn't in jeopardy. But your bricks is just messing up how our kingdom looks. Your bricks is just outside, just killing it. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those houses that just has a super horrible gardener. It just had never been taken care of. You're making it look like we're not taking care of our university. We're not taking care of the young kids and the young people that provide this maximum effort, man, to provide the money, the fans, you know, just their relationships within the program, so they can go ahead and fight for the pursuit of happiness. It doesn't look like you're caring and understanding about these kids having these last, because some of these people are, you know, transfers. They transfer in. Some might have 1 year. Some might have 2 years. Some, you know, have 3. You know, things like that. And then, you know, some of the freshmen, obviously, you already know. So it's just like, you know, each year, each month, each day, each week that you're here, you're trying to get better so you can show these scouts, so you can show these people, hey, look, we are a team. We are a force to be reckoned with. We are a team that can grow and get better. You know, it has to show in practice, and it has to show on the court. And the way it looks on the court, it isn't carrying over the things that you do in practice. Now, it's looking like the things that you do in practice is carrying over to the court, obviously, with this type of play that's going on. And it starts with the coach, you know, the head, man, the head figure. It starts with the coach. You have to get these people prepared, these young fellas prepared. You have to stay on them consistently. You have to stay on them consistently. It's a repetitive type of thing. It's a repetitive deal here when it comes to coaching, because these are young people. Some of their minds are different. You know, everybody gets things at a different time. So you have to break things down repeatedly, you know, and you have to make sure they get it before you move on. And that's the thing we used to do. We'll work on different drills. We'll work on different, you know, schemes so we can make sure we all on the same page. And scouting report, we're going over the scouting report. We're going over the shooters. We're going over certain things. You get what I'm saying? Even when we played against shooting teams like Notre Dame, you know, for example, when they had a lot of shooters, hey, man, sometimes, you know, a couple of times shooters got loose. Hey, but at the end of the day, we picked it up. You get what I'm saying? Even West Virginia, man. You know what I mean? But those aren't the teams that you guys are playing against. The teams that Coach Capel was coaching against aren't those tough teams. It isn't that old Big East teams. I was just talking in form of shooters, getting out on the shooters. Recognize the shooters. You know what I mean? That's how they say. You have to recognize the shooter. So, with that said, excuse me 1 second, take a sip of water. With that said, we have these clips that show that some of these players aren't being taught well when it comes to recognition of a shooter. When you do recognize there's a shooter next to you in your area, you do not leave the shooter. You can fake and help, but just stay on the shooter. You get what I'm saying? Do not leave the shooter. And if you're going to contest the shot of the shooter, do not make contact. Do not foul a three-point shooter. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, do not foul a three-point shooter. It's a bad look everywhere. Since a kid, since I've been learning basketball, it's always been a bad look. It's nothing good about fouling jump shooters or shooters behind the three-point mark. It just doesn't make sense. They're at a further distance, and if you're jumping and you're contesting the shot, it's a low percentage, low chance that they're going to make that if you actually jump and contest. Not just put your hands up. Get what I'm saying? You're putting your hands up, you're waving for a high five. You know you're still keeping that three ball alive. You have to jump and contest, close out, under control, and jump and contest. And then box out, and then go recover or retrieve the rebound. That's exactly what you need to do. But now, when it comes to trailing the screen, you have to have your teammates, the big fellas, extending on the screen. You have to open up, big fellas, and let your guard through and let them know you got them. You have to bump the cutters. The rest of you guards over there, bump the cutters. You need to be speaking. I don't see any of that out there. I don't see people communicating with each other. I see people jogging back. That has to do with effort. I don't see any, like, there's no sense of urgency. I didn't see anybody recognizing the mismatch. We had my man from the Ghetto Boys, Bushwick Bill, R.I.P. Bushwick Bill. We had your man, Bushwick Bill. Yeah, this year, Halloween fell on a weekend. Goodness gracious. Man, me and the Pitt Panthers, well, not me, Coach Capel and the Pitt Panthers were trick-or-treating. Sheesh. It was a bad movie. I'm trying to tell you. It was sad, man. We have these guys, they're not getting out to the shooters. It's like each time out, it feels like he's not telling them what to do, like instructing them how to get there, you know, how to recover, just replacing each other. I don't see any of that stuff being said or taught. And just being able to make the correct decision on the breaks. Certain plays to call when you come down. It looks like it's just a lot of one-on-one basketball on offense. And on defense, it looks kind of chaotic, man. It looks like the guys are just rotating and not understanding. Like I said, the shooters, they're not understanding the rotation off the pick and roll. They're not understanding a lot. It's just a lot of people getting screened, running into the screens, and you can't have that. And on offense, it's like, come on, bro. Come on. You got my big fella, Big Hughley down there, Big 23, man. You have the Big H down there, man. You had the Big Home down there, the Big Home, the Big H. He's down there, huge, Hughley, huge. He's right there, okay? Or Hug. He's right there. Hug the rim, okay? H-U-G, Hug. He's right there, hugging the box, hugging the rim, getting buckets. He was 8 for 10. You get what I'm saying? I think what he had, like, what my man Hughley had tonight, boy, I think he had, 21 points, 8 for 10 from the field. Facts. You know, the other team out there, they was going crazy, UMBC, man, from the three-point line. They had 14 threes. 14 threes, man. At one point, they were shooting 64% from the three. That joint was crazy. I was sitting there just looking. You had my man out there, Bushwick Bill, just getting freaky on the finishes in the first half in a minute and 36 seconds, man. You had your man, you had another guy out there hitting them with that skirt on 22s out there from UBMC, man, at the 8-minute mark, man, the second half. Boy, it was crazy, man. It was bad. They was out there shooting 2K three-point shots. It was just like three after three after three. Felt like I was watching Hoop Dreams again, and my man Arthur A.J. and them pops and dudes playing his pops in the park, and the dad was like, "You want to see it rain? Let it rain. You want to see it rain? Let it rain." I was like, dang, fudge cups. Sheesh, it's my substitution for curses. Fudge cups. But sheesh, man, it was sad to watch. It's disgusting you keep watching stuff like that, man. Nobody wants to watch people shoot 48% from the three-point line. Like, it's just crazy, man. The effort needs to be there. It doesn't look like he has those guys even motivated. It looks like he's been lost them. You know when you try to punk kids and you try to like scare them a lot, and then after a while it's just like, yo, F it, man, I don't care no more. It's just looking like a lot of them are just saying, yo, I don't care no more. You can't do this to me. And like, all you're gonna do is just gonna scream at me. All you're gonna do is curse at me. All you're gonna do is do this, this, and that. I'm just saying. Once you see things like that and you see it breaking down, it's time to cut ties. You already paid the dude for losing. I mean, you don't owe him anything. You don't owe him nothing. Y'all already look. That's 2 times in a row. Pitch, y'all out here making everybody, well, y'all out here looking crazy. And then everybody that played for the university that bust they butt, blood, sweat, and tears, that did their thing, it's like, yo, you don't care. You don't support them. You don't show no love. I think y'all need to really change that up, man. I think y'all need to show more love to y'all alumni, man. It's disgusting. It's sad. You keep putting this type of performance out there in front of these people. The people that are supporting the university don't deserve it. The players, I'm talking about from the fans. You get me? Like, none of this. The city doesn't deserve it. They're used to watching a lot of wins, man. They're used to having a lot of wins, a lot of good games. You get what I'm saying? And it hasn't been like that for a while because of these decisions that these people are making in those high places, in those chairman seats. And I think y'all should think about what y'all doing, because the way we're going right now, you're messing everything up, man. You're just messing everything up. And it kills me to hear Coach Capel have the nerve to say, you know, we don't have those tough players like Krauser, Knight, Fields, John Robinson. I'm like, yo, you had the help of Krauser right here the whole time. It's like Kevin Hart. Exactly, man. It's like, come on now. You have to chill and knock it off at some point. You have to really knock it off, Jack. Like, hey, man, say, man, it's the truth, B. Come on, Famo. Like, this doesn't work out, man. Like, you can't come into somebody's house and disrespect people. You can't come to somebody's crib and just violate the whole house and thinking that you're going to be able to talk crazy to the person, violate them, talk to other people in the house, and then go ahead and conquer stuff. That's just being a super cocky idiot with a nasty, ugly attitude, thinking that you're just better than people. You came in here and pulled the wrong shenanigans on the wrong people. And I'm telling you, you can't pull the wool over anybody's eyes anymore, champ. This is it, man. This is rap. You're gonna be out there with Camp Low. This is it. What? Lucini pouring from the sky. I'm telling you. You out of here, man. It's over. But I'm from the Bronx, man. Wipe your feet when you step in my house, champ. You already know. Shout out to Peter Guns and Lord Tariq, man. Shout out to Bronxdale Project. Shout out to the View Side. Shout out to Pittsburgh. Shout out to everybody who's a Pitt fan in surrounding areas and all over the world. Shout out to everybody that I converted to Pitt basketball fans. Super shout out to the females, the women, ladies basketball team for doing well. We see you out there in the Virgin Islands and Rock Island. I'm from St. Croix. Y'all in St. Thomas. That's Rock Island. Salute to y'all. VI, you already know. It's already home team to our own dream, baby. Home team to our own dream. It's a wrap. Right over left, we the best, man. Salute. It's Carl Krauser, the Cruising King. You like what I'm doing? $ Carl Krauser 81 to support the channel. Show your love. Hit the thumbs up, like button, please. Easy over and out. Let's go. Easy.
To shoot 58% from the field, 64 from three, 11 made threes.
What the?
Been disappointed in us defensively. We just could never overcome that initial first 20 minutes of how they bombarded us with threes. No. Things to learn from. We did some good stuff, but we got to get back to work, and we got to be able to.
Gotta get back to work.
And they were just spraying it out. You know, we didn't fight a couple times to get over top of the ball screens. So
Effort.
On all sides. I'm telling you exactly what Harry said.
Again, just some breakdowns on our part. And, you know, we knew they were a really good shooting team. They were.
So why you ain't do nothing about it?
Help me. Help me. Nigga. Help me.
One-time bonus session. Coach Capel said in the interview, post game. He didn't have any leaders last year that could have took over and got people out. When he said Xavier Johnson, a.k.a. X-Class, was the leader. When he said Ordis Tony, number 5, T5, Terminator 5, was the leader. When he said Justin Champagnie is one of our leaders. Shout out to Justin Champagnie, a.k.a. Double Impact, Toronto Raptor, all love. Just look what the dude does and look how he changes on you. Watch your back. Easy.
Oh no, he high, man. He's hallucinating, smoking that shit. He's high.
They seem to enjoy each other.
Banks misses another long jumper. And the long rebound comes out to Darius Washington. He turns it over. Krauser dive into the floor, loose ball. And it'll belong to Pitt, and that means 2 more for Taft, but give Krauser a heck of an assist on that play.
Wow, Krauser did a phenomenal job diving on the floor. They changed guards when they went from Brandon Knight and went to Krauser 2 years ago. Knight was a defensive force. Krauser's more of an offensive force. Very impressed here early in this game in the first 4 minutes by this Pittsburgh team.
And that was Bronx to Brooklyn right there. First, the Bronx guy hits the floor hard, and the Brooklyn guy gets the easy deuce.
Well, the Bronx guy lays on a deck, dumps it off to his buddy, and his buddy gets the conversion.
So, no doubt, keep an eye on your when I'm with a belt, and put an eye on your lip. Watch your mouth, I'm from the Bronx, wipe your feet when you step in my house.